Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is organic chemistry and now we are in session number 6. In previous session we discussed about the different electron displacement effect and how these are going to influence regarding the stability of reaction intermediates or stability of the conjugative structures and the acidic strengths and basic strengths. All these we have to discuss. And meanwhile, before entering into this, in previous sessions we discussed about the different electron displacement effects and the priority of these electron displacement effects when we are observing they are of in antagonistic, that is nothing but in opposite direction if they are working. In case if they are working in the same direction, that is in coordination, then no problem at all these will influence in domination. But when these are in opposite functioning, then which is dominating, all these we learned in previous sessions. And now before entering into the stability, one more factor, that is nothing but which is of playing very important role, that is nothing but aromaticity. It is also dealt in previous session. Now I hope all you are well versed with these electron displacement effects and different examples which are exhibiting different electron displacement effects. And now with all these study, with all this knowledge, now let us apply these electron displacement effects and their influence in determining the stability of a chemical species. Here generally what they are asking is related to the reaction intermediates. Most of the students are concentrating on this, but here and there, not here and there, mostly they are also giving not only the reaction intermediates, it is the different conjugative structures. For a molecular formula, when we are writing different conjugative structures or resonating structures, of them they are asking to arrange in the increasing order of the stability or decreasing order of the stability. That means they are asking us to find the stability of the conjugative structure, is it not? So in this session we are going to have a thorough discussion on these stabilities. And before entering to that, first of all, let me give the salient features of the stability. That is nothing but step by step we have to observe different criterion, which are different criterion factors that are influencing the stability one after the other. Just you remember, first of all, in this order what I am going to provide, in that order you have to find if any that phenomena, that criteria is present in the chemical species. Once if it is of a dominating factor present, then that will be more stable. If that criteria is absent, then you have to go for the second criteria. Like that we have to consider. And let me give here within 5-10 minutes, let us consider what are the different steps. Stepwise we have to find the stability, and in such a case what are different steps and that are influencing the stability of the different chemical species. Let me give first of all, and in case if it is possible, already I think in junior inter or in 11th class you might note down all these points, but in case if you are missing such points, just it is a logical approach. Just you remember, my dear students, again I am repeating, it is a logical approach, because in competitive examination we have to answer the question within 1 minute. That means less than 1 minute we can say, because within that 1 minute we have to find the answer, we have to bubble the circle also. So in such a speed manner we have to answer the question. That's why we are using logics always. The logic is with a perfect concept application. A logic approach is nothing but, in my view, what I framed as a logic approach, in my view, it is nothing but altogether the resultant, the consequence of all these different factors that are working together. And here from this logic approach there is no species which is deviating from this. So confidently we can solve the questions following these logics. That's why you write it. Once you know this order, then definitely whatever the question they are asking related to stability, definitely you can crack that question. That means you can perfectly answer that question. Clear? Let me give that one. First of all, when a chemical species is given, you remember the stability here I am giving in the absence of heteroatom in the molecule. Already in previous session also discussed, once heteroatom is present with lone pair or with electronegativity, that factor will be dominating when compared to hydrocarbons. But first let us discuss, and at the end of all this order we will conclude this stability factor with the heteroatom species with an example. Clear? And now let me give here, first of all, you remember in any chemical species, aromatic compound, aromatic characteristic feature, already you know what is aromatic characteristic feature, is highest stable. Clear? And then in case if it is found to have any anti-aromatic character, automatically that anti-aromatic character is least. That is, anti-aromatic character is least stable, aromatic character is highest stable. In due course, in case if it is not having any aromatic nature or it is not having any anti-aromatic nature, then what kind of species it is? Already we discussed, just you recollect, it is nothing but non-aromatic. It is non-aromatic species, is it not? And now with this one, among the given species, set of species, first of all you have to consider if there is any aromatic species. If it is having aromatic, blindly you can set it is the highest stable. In case if it is non-aromatic, anti-aromatic, you can consider it is the least stable. And now in between it is nothing but non-aromatic. In this non-aromatic, you can find two types of species. Non-aromatic, two kinds of species. One is nothing but non-aromatic compounds with octet structures, octet electronic configuration, and non-aromatic compound with non-octet. Non-octet means it is not having octet structure. What is octet structure? I think you know. It is nothing but 8 electron structure around the selected atom, or around any atom. If 8 electron, that is nothing but inert gas configuration found, it is found to be of having more stability, is it not? So now with octet, without octet, or non-octet, simply we can say this type of non-aromatic compounds we can observe. And now in this octet we can find 3 types of species. Just you follow. We can find 3 types of species. A, it is nothing but with octet and no charge on atoms. This is the first condition in non-aromatic. And then it is with octet on all atoms but with conventional charge. Charge is there, but it is conventional charge. Conventional charge already. Let me give example. I am not going to give on board, just orally I can provide what is conventional charge. Conventional charge is nothing but more electronegative atom possessing more negative charge. Say for example oxygen. Oxygen is more electronegative atom. So when it is of having negative charge, it is stable. That is conventional. In case if that more electronegative atom is having positive charge, it is non-conventional. Similarly, any metal, say for example metals conventional charge is nothing but positive charge. They should not possess any negative charge because it is non-conventional and they are not stable in that condition. That is, more electronegative atom possessing negative charge is conventional, less electronegative atom possessing positive charge is conventional. Are you following that? Now that is without, it is of in non-aromatic species. When we are considering the stability, first of all you have to observe whether all the atoms are having the octet structures or not, that is 8 electrons around that atom or not. And once we are finding that when it is of the species are not having any charge, that is more stable in non-aromatic compounds. By default, if it is of having charge, then the charge with conventional, that is more electronegativity atom possessing negative charge, and still it is following octet. Then without charge, stable. In case if it is missing, okay, we are accepting charge presence, but it should be conventional charge. In such a case, it is next stable. And third one is nothing but with octet, but with non-conventional charge. Non-conventional charge. That means here we are not concerned about the electronegativity, whether it is having positive or negative charge, irrespective of that, at least whether it is following the octet rule or not. So with octet, the highest stability is no charge, and then if charge is present, there should be conventional charge, and then if charge is present but it is following octet rule, but conventional charge is not assumed, conventional charge is not present, instead of that non-conventional charge is present, then we are finding it is in third place. When compared to this, without octet, that is nothing but non-octet structures. After these three, again we are going to consider the octet structure. If it is not having 8 electron structure, then after these three we have to consider this stability. And in this case, again the same is repeated with non-octet if it is no charge on atom. No charge on atoms. It is the fourth place in non-aromatic compounds. And then with non-octet, and at least with conventional charge. Conventional charge, and it is of in fifth place in stability. And the sixth place is it is not having octet on atom, and it is also not following the conventional charge. It is non-octet and with a non-conventional charge. Just you have to observe, you should know the meaning of each word. What is convention, what is non-convention? Convention is more electronegative atom possessing negative charge, less electronegative possessing positive charge. With that one, now we can place all these six. It is in non-aromatic, just you observe, in non-aromatic highest stable. In case if it is thereafter this one, thereafter this one, thereafter this one, like this. And among non-aromatic compound, the highest stability is observed with octet structure around the atoms and without charge. And the least stability is observed in non-aromatic compounds without octet and with non-conventional charges. Clear? But you remember, if the species is non-aromatic, anti-aromatic, not non-aromatic, non-aromatic, these six. If the chemical species is having anti-aromatic character, this is still less stable than this. Among non-aromatic, it is least stable, and still less stability species is anti-aromatic. And now highest stability is with aromatic. All these are nothing but with what we are considering is hydrocarbons. That is, there is no hetero atom, only carbon and hydrogen present. Then let us give the sequence. Aromatic is 1. That is the first highest stable. Next, with octet structure, octet electronic configuration and no charge is 2. And with octet configuration with conventional charge is 3. And with octet structure but with non-conventional charge is 4. And with non-octet and no charge is 5. With non-octet and with conventional charge is 6. And with non-octet and with non-conventional charge is 7, and anti-aromatic is 8. These are the 8 principles when it is hydrocarbon. And now coming to heteroatom present. In heteroatom present, if it is of exhibiting plus R effect, no doubt at all, when it is of exhibiting plus R effect means it is of contributing the electrons. And in such a case, when it is exhibiting plus R effect, then automatically that species will get highest stability. So here before this, let us consider as zero factor. It is the highest factor, heteroatom in stabilizing condition. We have to consider this in stabilizing condition. What is stabilizing condition? If you forget, just let me give example for this. Just you observe, if it is CH2 plus and it is OR, and already you know oxygen is having 2 lone pairs of electrons, and now because of this lone pair it can donate the lone pair to this so as to get CH2 double bond OR plus. In this condition, when it is of donating the electron to form the pi bond, this is enjoying octet structure and it is also getting octet structure. So with this involvement here, it is stabilizing this structure. In such a case, this heteroatom in stabilizing condition is providing highest stability even when compared to aromatic compounds. In the same manner, in the same condition, instead of very next to that, if this oxygen, that is OR group, is present like this, just you observe. In this case, oxygen is not in a position to donate the electron pair to positive charge. It is far away from that. It is not in alternate position. In such a condition, here it is not exhibiting plus R nature. Instead of that, plus R is not in operation, because even the oxygen is having the lone pair of electron to donate, it is not facilitated to donate that electron because it is at beta condition, beta position. Clear? And just you can observe, is it possible to donate lone pair to this carbon? No. But it is more electronegative atom. Thereby, in this situation, it is exhibiting minus I factor. Minus I, that is, it is of having the tendency to withdraw the electrons. Then it is becoming the least, that is the 9th factor we can say. Totally 10 rules. One is nothing but, we are starting with 0. It is heteroatom in stabilizing condition. And second one is nothing but an aromatic compound, and then non-aromatic with these conditions, and then anti-aromatic, and the least stable, least even less than the anti-aromatic is heteroatom in destabilizing condition. Heteroatom in destabilizing condition. Instead of plus R condition, here it is donating electron to stabilize this. It is in plus R condition for this positive charge. We are going to learn about that rule. In this positive charge, it is plus R condition, and then in this case it is minus I, that is destabilizing condition, and now it becomes least stable, even less stable than the anti-aromatic compound. I think you recollect all these factors what we discussed in junior inter or in 11th class. Clear? And some more clues or some more concepts related to the stability I have to provide to you. I am now providing that. With this scenario, first of all, in case if the charges are present, the charges may present in 3 kinds, actually 2 kinds. It is nothing but both the species, that is adjacent atoms, are with plus charge, or they may be of having minus charge, and they may be of having plus minus charge. Like that, the charges on the in a chemical species, when it is of having 2 charges, that the scenario will be like this: either both are positive or both are negative, or one is positive, one is negative. Clear? And now we can say that these 2 are like charges. When both are positive or both are negative, they are nothing but like charges. And when it is like this, they are unlike charges. Just you remember, my dear students, because we are in logic approach, every point, every single statement is playing its role. Here, like charges, well, like charges, already you know from physics, like charges repel each other. So that's why when like charges are present on any chemical species, it is better to be apart from each other. As the distance between the like charges increase, the stability increase. But if they are unlike charges, as the distance between the unlike charges increase, the stability increase. That means the unlike charges should be close together to get higher stability, and like charges should be apart from each other to get stability. Are you getting that? You please note it down. And next one, all together, if it is the charge species, let me give that condition, because we are going to apply these concepts to get the stability of the reaction intermediates. Mostly reaction intermediates are charged species in either with positive or negative charge. Clear? Just you remember, when we are considering the stability of the charged species, charge is how, in any case, charge is nothing but a pain. Just again I am repeating in a logical approach for any chemical species. That's why when charge is present, it is of coming less stable compared to no charge. Charge is a pain. Either it is positive or negative. So when that pain is relieved, stability is increased. Just I am giving, again I am repeating, just charge is a pain. Either it is positive or negative charge. When charge is present, is pain. If the charge is relieved, relieved means if that charge is dispersed, stability increase. If charge is intensified, amplified, then destability increase. Destability means stability is decreasing. Are you following? For that purpose, if you are following, just imagine, in case of charges, only two types of charges we can observe. One is nothing but positive charge. The second one is nothing but negative charge. Positive charge and negative charge. And now let us consider, in case of positive charge, in case of negative charge, whatever it may be, positive or negative, but we have to consider it as pain. So now pain relieving. How to consider it? Just with this key point you can answer the questions. It is positive charge, negative charge. As we know, this positive charge, when electron donating groups present, they are electron donating groups. When they donate the electrons to positive charge, this positive charge is dispersed. Just let me give, it is CH2 plus OR. When it is donating, this charge is dispersed like this, CH2 OR plus. Now charge is not confined to this, it is dispersed between oxygen and carbon. So when the charge is dispersed like that, it is a stabilizing factor. Pain is relieved. Clear? And now, in case if it is electron withdrawing group, just imagine, already here positive charge, that means electron deficiency is there. When electrons are not there, still this is trying to drag some more electrons. That means to attract some more electrons from that positive charge. It indicates that positive charge is getting intensified. More positive charge, that positive charge will be amplified. When the charge is amplified, it is a destabilizing factor. So now simply we can say that for positive charge, electron donating groups are stabilizing groups and electron withdrawing groups are destabilizing groups. And now automatically you can think related to this negative charge. Here when it is, the species is having negative charge, if some more electrons are donated to this negative charge, automatically negative charge is getting amplified. In such a case, charge amplification is destabilize. Just this is the highest logic and key point you have to keep in your mind to find the stability and destability. When electron withdrawing groups present, here negative charge is present. Because of negative charge, that means it indicates that more electron density is there. Negative charge indicates more electron density, is it not? And when more electron density is there, if any group is withdrawing that electron, automatically the negative charge will disperse. And that dispersion or that is nothing but sharing of that negative charge with others is creating stability. So for positive charge, electron donating groups are stabilizing groups and electron withdrawing groups are destabilizing groups. And in case of negative charge, electron donating groups are destabilizing groups and electron withdrawing groups are stabilizing groups. This is the key point what you have to remember. And before this, what we discussed, like charges be apart is a stabilizing factor, and automatically when they are apart the stability is there, means if they are close enough destability is there. Similarly, in case unlike charges present, they should be close together to get stability. If they are apart from each other, stability decrease. Automatically we are in unidirectional. If one statement in this direction the stability is increasing, automatically in opposite direction the stability is decreasing. Is it not? Like that you have to imagine. Clear? With all this, let us enter into different examples, one or two examples, and thereafter directly we can go for the reaction intermediates. Just let me give. There is a compound which is known as fulvene. Every time I am giving, because in this fulvene, which is nothing but an isomer of benzene, fulvene, you know, its structure is also, so molecular formula is C6H6 and it is similar to that of benzene. Benzene is also having C6H6, but in benzene what we are observing is this is the structure. But in fulvene it is not like that. Just you observe, it is having the structure like this. But the molecular formula is same. And why I am considering this fulvene as the best example? Because there we can find it is hydrocarbon. How we can say? Because it is of having only carbon and hydrogen in its molecule. And this is of having all these three types of structures. That is nothing but aromatic structure is there, non-aromatic structure is there, and anti-aromatic structure is also there. So when it is of having different resonating structure with all these three features, we have to guess which is more stable. That means simply what we learned as a systematic steps to find the stability. All those different factors will appear in this fulvene resonating structures. That's why I am considering this as the best example always. Okay, and now let me write the structures, different possible conjugative structures. It is nothing but when these electrons are shifted to this, the first conjugative structure we are getting is, this one is CH2 minus, and here it is place, not place, sorry, here it is place, and like this. And now when this is shifted to this, we are getting one more structure, that is nothing but here positive charge, and this is the structure, and like this. And now when it is shifted to this, one more structure we can guess, that is nothing but like this. It appears here positive charge, and here it is CH2 minus, and it is. And in a similar manner, instead of electron coming to this side, if this electron is shifted to this side, then what happened? This electron will be shifted, and thereby what we are getting is here negative charge, here the bonding, here the plus charge. Is it not? And now instead of, first let me write the one more consequence. It is when this electron is shifted to this, here negative charge, here positive charge. This is the structure. And now when this negative charge is framing this bonding and it is coming to this, and thereby we are getting the next structure, that is nothing but here negative charge, and like this. And again, if it is coming to form bonding here, this will be shifted to this, and where we are getting the structure like this, negative CH2 plus, and here the bonds. Now just you observe, it is A, it is B, it is C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 conjugative structures are there. And now they are asked to arrange all these A, B, C, D, E, F, G in stability order. Are you following? Just first how to find it? Just let us go for this. It is of having Is there any continuous conjugation? No, it is not having. Just you remember, this outside pi bond is not in continuation. We have to consider the inside. When the bond is here, it is not having continuous conjugation. So it is non-aromatic. Clear? And now you observe this case. Here two pi bond is there, alternate position pi bond and alternate position positive charge pi bond. So it is either aromatic or anti-aromatic because continuous conjugation. But here 2 plus 2, 4 pi electrons, and thereby it is anti-aromatic. Anti-aromatic. And here also positive charge anti-aromatic. And here also positive charge anti-aromatic. Like that, all these B, C, D are possessing anti-aromaticity. Already you know, I am not going to reveal again that. And in this case, now let us observe, it is negative charge, alternate position pi bond, alternate position pi bond, alternate position negative charge, 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 pi electrons. So it is aromatic. It is also aromatic. It is also aromatic. You can observe 2 plus 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2 plus 2, like that. So with this one, now we are able to understand there are three types of species in this molecule, that is non-aromatic, anti-aromatic 3 and aromatic 3. Now we are having the sequence of stability of these different kinds of anti-aromatic, aromatic and non-aromatic species. And how to arrange this? First of all, aromatic, that is simply we can say that this E, F and G are more stable than non-aromatic, that is A, and it is more stable than anti-aromatic B, C, D. It is aromatic, non-aromatic, anti-aromatic. As we know, aromatic, non-aromatic, anti-aromatic, like that. Clear? And now among this E, F, G, which is more stable? Now let us consider, here charge is there, opposite charges are there, just, and the opposite charges close enough, more the stability. Here 1, 2 position opposite charges, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4 position opposite charge, here 1, 2, 3, 1, 3 position opposite charge. So as the distance is less here, this E is more stable, that E is more stable than here 1, 2, 3, 4, but here 1, 2, 3. So 3 position, it is E is more stable than G, and it is more stable than F, and it is more stable than A. And now again coming to B, C, D, here opposite charges, again it is 1, 2 position. So B is more stable than D, is more stable than C. This is the sequence where you can observe what we studied just now as the stability order factors. Are you following? With all this we can conclude. First of all, we are observing aromaticity, anti-aromaticity, and then we are finding, first of all we are arranging aromatic species as the highest stable, and then a non-aromatic, and then anti-aromatic, and thereafter we are finding the charges. When charge is prime, when opposite charges are present, close enough, more stability. So we are finding the stability with respect to the distance of distance between the oppositely charged species or oppositely charged points. Like that, with this one we can guess the stability. Not only here, say for example, let me give one more example where we have to apply the octet and with a convention charge, without octet, like that. All these we can observe with one compound, that is nothing but formic acid. Now let us imagine like this. It is H, C, double bond O, O, H. This is formic acid. And now this is of having 2 lone pairs, and it is also having 2 lone pairs. This is having a conjugative structure like this. it has C O minus and plus O positive charge and H. And thereafter, if it is of donating the electrons to this, it is getting one more structure. Let me write here itself. That is H C O minus double bond O plus H. These are different conjugative structures for formic acid. Clear? And now let us imagine among these three different conjugative structures A, B, C, which is more stable. For that purpose, we have to consider, in this case, hydrogen. As we know, hydrogen is of having duplet structure. We need not consider octet for hydrogen. But remaining carbon, here 2 electrons, 2 electrons, 2 plus 2, 4. It is of having 8 electron structure. Oxygen, this side, 2, 2, 4 and 4 electrons, 8 electron structure. This oxygen, 2 plus 2, 4 and 4, 8 electron structure. All are enjoying 8 electron structures. There is no charge, so automatically A is more stable. Then coming to this, just you observe, in this case hydrogen, we need not worry about that hydrogen. Oxygen is having already one lone pair, 2 lone pairs, and now here one bond pair, and because of negative charge, third lone pair is there. Altogether this oxygen is having 8 electron structure. And this carbon, 2 plus 2 plus 2, this carbon is now having only 6 electron structure, no octet. And this oxygen, it is having octet, 8 electrons. That means carbon is missing its octet structure. Now let us go for this structure. And in this case, this oxygen is 8 electron as usual with this one, 8 electron structure is there. And in this carbon, 2 electrons, 2 electrons, 2 plus 2, 8 electron structure is there. And this oxygen, it is of having 2 plus 2, even after donating the lone pair. It is not permanently shifted the electrons. Just this bond, this lone pair now appears as the bond pair. That's all. So with that one, 2, 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8 electron structure is also there. So in this case, even charge is present, that too non-traditional charge. You can observe non-conventional charge. Oxygen possessing positive charge is non-conventional. But we are considering this C as more stable than B, because in this non-conventional charge, all the atoms are enjoying 8 electron structures, octet structure. So when it is following octet structure with non-conventional, it is more stable compared to without octet structure. Is it not? So as carbon is suffering with electron deficiency to get the octet structure, it is non-octet structure, and that's why B is less stable. Are you following? Like that, in any chemical species, what we learn, that concepts we have to apply to find the stability. Clear? In this manner they are asking. Just you remember. Clear? And now we have to apply these electron displacement effects in finding the stability of the reaction intermediates. In finding the stability of the reaction intermediate, how these are working, just you remember, the working is nothing but, as we discussed just now, it is nothing but what is the charge of, or what is the nature of the reaction intermediate. That means first of all we should know what are different kinds of reaction intermediates, and thereafter depending on the charge, in case if they are having any charge, depending on their charge, which factor is stabilizing, which factor is destabilizing, already we discussed. For positive charge, electron donating group is stabilizing, withdrawing group is destabilizing. For negative charge, electron withdrawing is stabilizing, electron donating is destabilizing factor. Clear? And now first of all let us consider reaction intermediates. I need not explain much on this. As we know, reaction intermediate. Now you are studying intermediate. It is nothing but schooling and degree college. In between these two, it is intermediate. Is it not? Here also, when a reaction is happening, substrate is there, or otherwise you can say that the substrate. Instead of substrate, you can consider this as the reactant is there. Yes, we can say like this. Reactants are getting into products. Reactants, nothing but reaction participants. Products are nothing but the ultimate yield of that reactants. Clear? And now, when these reactants are getting into products, not in all cases, just you remember, not in all cases, but in organic reactions, 50% or 60% of the reactions are having some sort of nature that forms an intermediary product. Intermediate means it is not going to stop here itself. After forming this intermediary product, immediately by taking second step, it will convert into product. Actually, the final product is the reaction product. But before getting that final product, these reactants are getting into some other transform. That is nothing but reaction intermediate. It is nothing but simply we can say that a halting form. Just it will be halted and then it will start its journey to get into products. Are you following? So that reaction intermediate. And you remember, my dear students, don't try to get reaction intermediates in all cases. Sometimes the journey may continue without any halting. Is it not? In case if it is long journey, some people may go without any halting, some people may get some halting. Like that here also, the reaction sometimes will get reaction intermediate. Clear? That is about reaction intermediate. And now coming to the types of reaction intermediates. Types. Just you remember, there are carbocations. Some people consider these as carbocations. No problem. Or because here carbon is having positive charge. As positive charge name ends with ium, it is also known as carbonium ions. Carbonium, C with plus. It is with plus charge. And second one is nothing but carbanion. Carbanion, anion itself, carbon with a negative charge. And next, third one, it is nothing but free radical. Free radical, just you remember, radical nature is nothing but aggressive nature. Here free radical is nothing but carbon with odd electron, that is unpaired electron. Clear? And next, it is carbene. Biradicals. These carbenes are nothing but biradicals, carbon with 2 odd electrons. And fifth one is nothing but nitrene. Same, but here nitrogen is having 2 odd electrons. Nitrene. And then the last one is nothing but benzene. Actually, benzene, it is of having 3 pi bonds at alternate position like this. Let me give these pi bonds like this. Benzene, as you know, ion reflects triple bond. Here a triple bond is present. It is only reaction intermediate. And just you remember, this pi bond is formed involving the hybrid orbitals. sp2 hybrid orbitals are involved in this pi bond. Already you know, it is an exceptional case. But actually, pure orbitals will involve in pi bonding. But the exception case in benzene, sp2 hybrid orbitals temporarily involve in pi bonding. Clear? Such reaction intermediate. We are having in our study only these 4. In nitrines and benzene, these are actually present in advanced level syllabus. Even in mains and NEET, only these 4 are we have to study. Clear? And one more thing is, but all of a sudden in 2017 or 18, if I remember, they are asking about the benzene mechanism. One question is asked there, and that's why just let us have a look about this carbene, nitrene and benzene. And just let me give, dear students, you remember this carbocation, carbanion and free radical, these are of different kinds depending on the structure of that chemical species. It may be primary, secondary, tertiary, like that. Already you know that those words, that's why I am giving benzyl, allyl, like that, different. But these carbenes, nitrines and benzyl, these are not much. They are just one or two. In carbenes, only two carbenes, singlet carbene, triplet carbene. In nitrine, only one nitrine, and in benzyl, only one benzyl. So we need not worry about this. Their structure is like that. In nitrine, 2 odd electrons and 1 lone pair. Just you observe, this much of knowledge is sufficient to find out this reaction bed. In case of carbene, around the carbon there are 2 bonds, 2 unpaired electrons. In case of nitrine, 1 bond is there, 1 lone pair is there, and 2 odd electrons. 2 odd electrons common in both these two. In carbon, 2 bonded electrons, 2 bonds. In nitrine, 1 bond, the other one is free electrons, to 1 lone pair of electron. That is the only difference. Clear? In benzene, already it is studied, sp2 hybrid orbitals are involved in pi bond formation. And now we have to study different types of carbanions, carbocations, carbanions, free radicals and their stability. The factors, how these electron displacement effects are influencing about that stability. We have to study, and I will cover that stability in the next class, and thereafter simply by giving the direct relation, because acidic strings, all these we learn in ionic equilibrium, but here the acidic strings with respect to electron displacement effects in a simple manner, that is nothing but how already we discussed about the chemical species which are that is nothing but all these factors, electron displacement effects combinedly when work, we are segregating the chemical species into only 2 groups. That is nothing but electron donating group, electron withdrawing group. And before coming to the next session, again and again keep in your mind about that electron donating groups and withdrawing groups, because they are playing very important role depending on the donating or withdrawing nature in deciding the acidic strengths or basic strengths. Clear? That's why I am asking you to have a thorough idea about that. Thereby you can follow my class. Clear? Okay, thank you.